What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth, and this is the Joyful Sojourn. Today we are just having a good old-fashioned plan with me in my Archer and Olive planner, but I'm going to do the monthly overview, I think, the December monthly layout, and hopefully, even if you're working in a different planner than me, you can decorate your December monthly with me, and we'll just, spend some time together. The items I'm going to use today, actually, I think are going to be from AmberPlansHerDay. I've got some stickers here. I might add stamps because, as you guys know, I've been using stamps a bit more. And then I grabbed some washi tape, a mix of washi tape from the washi tape shop, some washi from Coco Daisy, and this is an old Jane's Agenda washi, which actually would be interesting if it's still on the website, but it was from a sub box, and then she sold it individually afterwards, and it's tree branches, but it looks nice and wintry, so I thought that might be really pretty. So let me show you the sticker sheets, and I actually have to decide which stickers I'm going to use. These are from AmberPlansHerDay, and they actually release on Friday, November 29th. So that is Black Friday. I don't know if that was on purpose, but these will be in her shop on Black Friday. And my code for AmberPlansHerDay is Joyful10. And her sticker sheets are $4 a pop. And then she has sets, and those sets are $13 plus shipping. So if you're wondering where these came from, let's look at the individual sheets and see if we can figure out what I might want to use today. So these are the winter sticker sheets, and there's 8 different designs. And hopefully I'm up close enough. Yeah, I think you guys can see this all right, right? So the first sheet is very kind of snowy with the snowflakes, blue themed. And these feel like they're all paper. The next sheet is snowflakes, but it's like, they almost have like a holographic coloring to them, even though they are not holographic. So I hope that's picking up. But I love a snowflake sheet. Then we have snowmen, variety of different outfits on. We have cozy kind of self-care winter themed sheet. I don't think I'm going to use this one today. More kind of cozy themed sheets. Then we have coffee mugs, Christmas coffee mugs. Which whenever there's a sheet like this that has a bunch of a similar aesthetic to it, but like individual items of a similar size, I automatically think of decorative dating, where you could put these all across the top and then put a number for each day's date kind of overlaid. And that's just a really fun way to add some decor to your spread without losing any of the functionality. I love the winter animals. We might need to use the winter animals today. I'm going to set this one aside as an option. Oh, and then we have a 2025 New Year sheet. This would be so good for like a junk journal or a daily. So these stickers, smart. These are individually cut. I love that because then you can go horizontally. You can have them be squished together if you want them to be. You can have them go vertically if you want to. So I like this sheet. And the colorway is different. It's like a champagne color, a little bit of black, but like not as bold as the gold and black that you would see around New Year's. So that's fun. And I'm glad she's releasing it in November, because then you have plenty of time to make a daily spread or prepare for the new year. So those are the individual sheets. I set aside this one because I think it might be cool. And let's take a look at the sheet sets. This is the Winter Florals sticker sheet set, and each set comes with 4 stickers. There's going to be 2 florals, a box and dot page, and a quote page. So let's see. Ooh, these could pair really nicely, actually. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so here's the first sheet in the, Winter Florals sticker set. And these are clear florals. I like that there's different sizes, so you can kind of play around with it. Ooh, look at that one. Here's your second sheet. Yeah, we're definitely going to use these florals. Then we have the boxes. I'll use these boxes today too, actually. And then we have our winter quotes. And these are clear black quotes. I love a clear black quote. So I think we're going to use this set and then this individual sticker sheet today. And then I think I'm going to add washi as well. But let's take a look at the dusty blue florals. It's going to be the same formula in the 4-piece set, where you have 2 sheets of florals. So they're dusty blue with some cream tone. 2 sheets. And then your functional boxes and your winter quotes. And let's actually do a comparison of the two. They look different to me. Let's see. Winter's coming. Hello, winter. So much fun to do. Now, they both have the to do, remember, and this week, which is nice because you have, you know, your functional headers with some fun kind of quotes as well. This one seems more snow themed. So that is this sticker set. And at this point, I would say that the 4-piece sets from Amber, I know we were used to her sticker books, but she's moved more into these sticker sets and the individual sheets. I mean, I would look at this as a sticker kit. So if you're someone that likes to buy sticker kits, then you've got a nice cohesive set here with your clear deco florals, your functional boxes and bullets, and then your clear quotes. You know, and that can be like your sticker kit for the month of December, for example. So let's get to decorating. I think this is going to be the way we go. And I think it's going to be, since these are paper, I think these will work well kind of as an underlay. So I like decorating in sets of 3. I like layering in 3. So I'll lay a sticker down, I'll lay a sticker on top of it, and then something's got to be where the two meet right here. That's usually my shtick, and it's something I highly recommend if you're new to decorative planning and you see all these beautiful layers. I would do things in odd numbers is the easiest way to do it. I also think you can go either way with when you lay your washi, whether it be kind of ripped on top for extra texture or as like a base foundation. And that's what we're going to do today, is that base foundation. So this is the Archer and Olive planner. It's a 2025 planner, but it had November and December in it, which means I've been able to play for the last month with the layout, and I've just really been enjoying it. It's been fun to decorate. I don't know, and actually I've been using it for my to-do list. So if you look at this layout, it gives you that kind of dot grid bullet journal experience of the dot grid, but it has structure to it. And because these are vertical and dot grid, I just feel like it lends itself well to to-do lists. So I have multiple planners for different areas of my life, but I keep grabbing this for decorating and for to-do lists because I can just go down the day just brain dumping to-do lists. And it's been really fun. So we'll see how I incorporate this into 2025. At the very least, I will probably decorate it a few times a month, or maybe I'll just do a bulk decorating for the whole month, do multiple spreads, and then have it be available just as a brain dumping to-do list space. We'll see. I haven't finalized my stack yet. So what's cool about the monthly, and this is the B5 size, is you've got so much room for activities with the margin. The margin on the B5 planner is so good if you're a decorative planner because you're not going to lose any functionality. Let's get into the decorating. I am going to lay a foundation of text washi. This is the Washi Tape Shop, and it looks like a, oh, what's the word? Not an encyclopedia. Encyclopedia? No, what is it? With dictionary. Sweet niblets. It's a dictionary. Nothing is offensive. It's all kind of craft and like art related, design, diary, drawing, ephemera, aesthetic, analog, visualize, vintage. So it's got very kind of neutral words. And what I'm going to do is actually run this along the left margin, and we'll see if we have some room. This is vertical washi, so I want to keep it in the orientation that it appears. So I'm going to rip this guy, and this is the kind of washi that has the paper backing. I don't love that most of the time. It's kind of annoying, but we're going to go with it and see how this turns out. And for the Washi Tape Shop and for Archer and Olive, if you want to pick either of these items up, I do have a discount code, Joyful10. I know I say my discount codes a lot, but people often ask me, what am I using? What are these items? And of course, if you're going to grab them, get them at a discount. And it is an affiliate discount, so that helps me out as well. You get a savings, and I get a small commission off of your purchase, which keeps me going. December. I cannot believe that the year is wrapping up. I'm truly in awe. This year has been, I'm going to have to do some journaling reflection, and maybe I'll make it into a YouTube video. But this year, let me grab some, I don't know where my finer scissors are. I'll just go with these chunky guys. This year has been life-changing for me. I quit my job and have really kind of moved into this space of being an entrepreneur, like self-employed entrepreneur who makes content and works with brands and stuff. And it's not something I ever thought was possible, but it has worked so well for my life, and just finding a little bit more balance since quitting in June. And I find myself oftentimes, I wonder if I can fit, hold on. I am curious about, actually, since I ripped it the way that I did, hold on the life convo for a second. Because I ripped it, you know, bias on this left side, I do have this piece here with a flat edge that is technically correct if I butt it up against this side, and it's narrow enough to not take up any space from the to-do list. So I'm going to go ahead and take the other part that I ripped off and add it to this right side. So what was I saying, guys? Life. Yeah, so life's just been just really interesting since June, and God has moved in really big ways, and I've been challenged in really big ways. I am not a stay-at-home mom at this point. You know, I still have Esther part-time in daycare, and that is partially because I know I'm a better parent when I've got some separation and I get a little break, and I'm a better parent for having given her the opportunity to socialize and get out and adjust with other kids. I'm not saying that's for everybody, but that has been the right choice for Josh and I. So I kind of do want to change out the days. I'm just curious if they'll fit. Will they fit? That would be kind of awesome. They might fit if I trim them individually. Wednesday's a bit of a squeeze. Okay, so this Cocoa Daisy is going to be too wide. Let me just look at this one real quick. This was from the Minimalist collection, which is still on the website. Oh, these are this week, this month. Take note to do. Okay, so this we can use maybe over here on that header, and maybe down here if I wanted to add some note space. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, this year has just been bananas. I need to take some time to actually reflect on it, because I can't believe all that has transpired between January and now. And that, you know, I've been 6 months not working at a university. That is crazy to me. My whole identity for so long was wrapped up in being, sorry guys, I'm gonna root over, was wrapped up in being a higher ed administrator. That was like my deal. That was what I was all about. And letting that go and being like, nope, I'm Esther's mom and I'm a creator. I like doing creative things. And I'm going to live into that on purpose, you know, more time with Esther, more time to create and to work with companies and to see content out there that I want to see, that is, for lack of a better word, wholesome, I guess, and easy and makes people feel good. That's kind of where I'm at. And to have a husband that is, sorry guys, I'm reaching again, and you can see my super fuzzy sweater there probably. To have a husband that has totally been supportive and understood what I'm doing is like, it just means so much to me. So I want to do some deep reflecting in the month of December on how the year has gone and what I look forward to in the new year. That looks pretty. There is something about clear florals on top of text washi. If you have any text washi, try it. Try it with a clear floral on top. And if you don't have any text washi, it's all over the place. The Washi Tape Shop is just one place that you can get it. I'm sure you can get it on Etsy. You can get it on Amazon as well. But that is so pretty. And I love the kind of neutral, cool tones of that. I don't need this left margin functionally, so I'm having a little bit more fun with that decorative space. So let's see, is there any... Is there any, let's see, this isn't overtly Christmassy too, I just realized. I do need to do some really, really fun Christmas spreads this month. Let's go with It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. Just a fun little quote here, because what's hard about all the snow themed stuff, I love it in my planner, but it's incredibly impractical because Texas very rarely, or at least Central Texas where I am, very rarely gets, you know, a good amount of snow. So we'll have maybe like 1 or 2 snow days a year. And even then it's nothing like what you might see in the mountains or on the East Coast. But that is really pretty. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Very subtle. Let's add, I know we need, I want to add some more florals and then some animals. And I want to do this in a way that, like, I don't need, if this is December, I don't need these first few days of January. So I'm going to put here, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take this washi. Let's see if this can work. I don't know if there's that much of this left. I've used it quite a few times. If this is on the Jane's Agenda website, I might snag a bit more, but see how it's just white washi with, or almost a little bit transparent, but washi with just branches. There's something kind of wintry and cool about that. And I love a good foundation for my stickers, especially when it's like scene related, like people or animals or buildings. So I'm going to throw down a piece of this washi just down there. And let's put the mama and baby maybe right here. I feel like the washi could actually go on top to kind of break up that paper. I'll lift that up a little bit. I added some extra texture to a spread last week with some like ink blots, and I might do that again just to kind of help this out a little bit. Maybe introduce a little bit of red. Like here's a little bit of red in this sticker. So I think it would be pretty rad to, let's put some florals down. Maybe put, if I can find a really pretty red that matches the cardinals with some inky splots, that could look pretty. So let me see, where did our other floral sheet go? There we go. So we have this big guy. We could put the big one down. I wonder how much space that would take up. Pretty good amount of space. I might want to trim it back a little bit. Right, should we trim it back? Let's see how much space we're working with here. So I'm okay with losing a little bit of visibility here. So go ahead and lay it down. Ooh, that's really pretty. Try to trim around. It's one thing that I've been not struggling with, but making the adjustment for with the different planners I'm using that are not disbound. You got to get used to decorating without the ability to fully kind of, you know, remove the page. And that can be tricky sometimes. That actually worked pretty easy though. If you have a corner punch, I wonder if this one, I don't think I've tested this corner punch with the dimension of this planner. Let's see how this one works. I might have trimmed it too much already. Yeah, I've already trimmed it too much. But I think this would work. Get yourself a corner punch. That'll help with those awkward edges when you're working in a book bound or a spiral bound. So, okay, we've got a little bit of neutral stuff going on up there. I think we need more nature though. And I kind of wish that this guy was not paper, so that I want to cover that up. I want these on here. My gut keeps telling me up here because they're birds and they should be they should be up high. I always like to do things that actually like make sense. And that's going to introduce that red, which I want. I love the owl. I think I might pop the owl in. We're going to cover the December. All right, so my husband has joined me in the office, so I had to pause the video for a second. Josh, say hi.
Hi.
Don't worry, I'm not going to talk to you the rest of this video. But in the process of talking to him and thinking about the owl situation, I'm not going to put the owl here. I like the owl, but I feel like it needs to be coming like off the page because it's like a branch. I'm not sure I like it on this side. So we're gonna not do the owl. I absolutely want more animals though. We could have the bear kind of peekabooing on a random day. I'm trying to think, what do I have going on in the month of December? Specifically on a day, like I know I have family coming to visit and got stuff going on this week. I'm gonna put the bear right here. It's kind of fun because it's gonna fill the whole box, but it looks like he's like popping out. See that? I actually don't mind that. Kind of looks cool. All right, we're definitely gonna add inks though. The more I think about it, the more I'm like into the ink idea. Let me move this mat over a little bit if I can. Okay. I laid washi tape down today. I rarely do that, but I lifted my phone up higher for filming, and so I can't see. There's no like viewfinder where I can see, make sure I'm in frame. So if you see some washi tape, that's what that is for. Okay, so I definitely want to add some color here. It is the winter or the December monthly, and so, you know, it needs to be, I want it to be peppy and have some Christmassy element to it. And I'm going to add some florals down here. I'm going to go off the page again, just because I think it looks nice with a full bleed. There's a sticker tip for you. Don't be afraid to cut your stickers and have them go off the page. It definitely kind of finishes the look. And I like a good like ombre fade out effect. So I'm going to grab another piece. I'm going to preemptively cut it this time so I don't have to deal with cutting it on the page. It's just easier sometimes to pre-cut and then take that straight edge and butt your sticker up against the straight edge, just like that. And then see how that softened what was a round cluster? Softened it up a little bit. I could even add the piece that I just cut right here. I think we're going to do that just to kind of have it trickling down or trickling up. I guess it wouldn't trickle up, but kind of going up the page. And I think we need some florals behind mama and baby. So I'm going to lift this up and lift this guy up and stick this floral sticker here. I think it's going to help with the clustered look here. So we'll lay that down and then the branch on top. See how that kind of softened it a little bit, kind of trimmed or like faded out the impact of the white sticker. I don't often mix paper stickers with clear stickers, but in an example like this, definitely lay your clear stickers down first and then your paper stickers on top. And I would stick to florals if you're doing this kind of technique because it's more forgiving. Like if you have a full-on icon or image that's a clear sticker and then you put something on top of it and it's cut off, it's not going to look right. But when you have grid text, like grid pattern, hex pattern, you have branches like this, you have florals, it's more forgiving. You can cut off part of the image and it still look pretty. So I feel like this totally just softened it. And I think that this was the right call. So I'm liking that. We need more though. We've got an animal here, an animal here. I love the moose and the fox is really cute too. The fox we could easily just add. I want to leave some space for Christmas. Maybe here. But let's get some of that branch again. And I could kind of mirror what I did with the deer. So I'm laying the straight edge or the flat edge down at the top with the ripped on the bottom. And then it's like kind of a straight, flat, land or like flat space for the animal to be sitting on top of. Man, that did not sound right. But you know what I mean? Like I like things to make sense where, things spatially, if someone's sitting on something or in a sitting position, I feel like the person needs to be grounded with something underneath. And that's where washi makes a huge difference. So I don't typically bracket things like this or like have it so matchy, but I'm gonna go for it in this particular case. And again, grab the florals here. And then you've got the washi. And I'm going to put the foxy fox kind of right there. So here you can see my set of 3 with the fox, the floral, and the washi tape. It's coming together, friends. It's coming together. We are for sure adding color with ink because it needs like a pop, I love the neutrals. I think neutrals can be really pretty, but when you're getting into December and Christmas, like I need some red or green or something like that. I don't know if green's going to match the vibes here so much. So I may not do green today. Let's go back to the animals and see. Is so cute. We already have the fox. We already have the bear. We could do a peekaboo again with the bunny rabbit. So if we have a peekaboo bear here, we could do a peekaboo bunny just for balance. Maybe put the peekaboo bunny here. Do I have anything going on the 21st? Not that I can think of. I'm just going to lay it down. Just going to lay it down like that. And it looks like it's coming out of the page. That's actually really cool. I don't know if I've seen very many stickers that have that kind of impact of like an animal coming out. Very pretty. Let's say this is the mama and the baby. Should we have the daddy somewhere? Now, see how this guy is smaller than these ones? It makes it look like he's further away. So I can't I'm not going to put him right here, right, to complete the family, because, I mean, he'd have to be like up here, you know, so that size-wise it makes sense. Maybe I put the deer up here on this Sunday. I could do that. Or maybe I'd put him on the Monday and throw down the other side of that ribbed washi. Let's do that. I might cut this a little bit more depending on how much space he's taking up. And we're definitely going to add boxes to this monthly. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But there are definitely some things going on this month that I want to be attentive to. And because we've got the animal with the florals and the washi thing going on, I'm going to continue that with this guy. And I'm going to put the flowers on this side to balance it a bit right here. And hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm looking at the 9, trying to figure out how can I kind of have these flowers go around the 9 based on how I rotate the sticker. I'm gonna go right there. Right there. And we'll put this guy here. Shouldn't have flattened that out quite yet. Well, yeah, I think I want the florals on this one to kind of lay over the deer just because there's a lot of white space on the deer, which technically I could cut, but I think in this particular case, I like the look of that better. Ooh. Okay, so we have daddy deer and then mama and baby over here. Ooh, you guys, this is gonna look so good when we start adding a little bit of color with the inks. Let's go into these boxes, and I need to figure out, we're considering using actually the washi. And if I do that, I could just take this month piece of this washi tape. Again, this was the minimalist collection from Coco Daisy. Joyful 10 will save you 10% off over at Coco Daisy. And it had a bunch of individual items, and it had like a kit, and it's part of their kind of regular collection. So you don't have to subscribe to it. You can purchase it on the spot. And it had this washi tape in it. It also, this actually wasn't the minimalist. This was, I think, one of the fountain ink, the one with the like chapters, the chapters collection. I purchased this separately on the website when they released additional stuff. I'm going to put this month washi right here. And technically it is over the first checkbox. I don't hate how that looks. Let's see if because at this point, actually, I'm going to leave it here because I put sticker right here. I'm not going to write anything on this first line. And if I put this month washi up here, it's going to be too much space before I actually start writing. So I'm going to put that piece right there. Let's see if there's any other. Maybe we'll just take note and to do. And this washi is still available on the Coco Daisy website. I just, again, don't remember if it was, I don't remember if it was a standalone or if it was in the minimalist kit. So I'm just going to put the take note right there. And this is just open space. And I kind of like the look of that. So plenty of, space for whatever I need to be there. Oh, look, there's so many more. This week, this month. Okay, so it's this month, this week, plan favorites daily. Don't forget to do and take note. So I'm trying to think. Maybe I do should I do to do or don't forget? I'm going to say don't forget. I could do favorites. The cool thing about the favorites one is it could be an easy header if you're wanting to do like a memory keeping spread. Instead of putting memories, you just put favorites, and it's like your favorite moments. I'm going to put don't forget. Should I layer it right here? Just keep the cluster action going. Layer on layer. Yeah, I'm going to put that right here. So I've got take note and don't forget. They're not in the same place on each page. This is much more centered. And this one is, I'm going to put a little bit more on the side. But I think that's all right. I think that is just fine. I could add a little bit of structure with boxes. Or I could do highlights, maybe top 3 highlights of the month. That would be a fun way to add a little bit more structure to the spread. If we just do it by way of boxes. So I'm going to add these boxes because why not? And we will add pops of color for sure with the ink. This is cute. I like this. So I'm just taking the boxes. I'm going to go all the way across. You know, I could do a bigger box. Or just go like this. I'm going to partially lift that guy up, and we're going to put some more of these florals down. Ooh, that one has like cotton bulbs. That's pretty. Very pretty. I'm going to put this right here. Trim that off. And take this piece I just trimmed off and pop it down on the bottom. Keep the scraps, y'all. Keep the scraps until you're completely done planning for the day, just in case you want to layer things up a bit. So I'm going to throw this down right in that corner just to fill it in. And trim this back. Cannot wait to add inks. I feel like that is going to just take this to the next level, and you guys can see what kind of color I pick. All right, this is the hard part. Let's rotate it this way. Where are my smaller scissors? There we go. These are slice scissors. Talked about these many a time lately. They're in my Amazon storefront. I'm not an affiliate for them, but if you do decide to pick them up, they're cheaper on Amazon than they are on the Slice website. So I would get them on Amazon if you're curious to try a ceramic bladed scissor. I've got 2 different sizes. I grab for these more. They're better for like detail cutting than these ones, but these are really efficient if you're cutting bigger spaces. Okay, I think I got that just fine. So that kind of filled in that corner. So I've got some highlights for the month. I'll do my to-dos there, and then anything I want to kind of take note of, I can put here. And I could put some bullets down. I don't typically go for bullets unless I'm doing a confetti look. So if I want to add some like a look of like polka dots, I'll often just take these little guys and pop them down all willy-nilly. Should we just do it? And then maybe that'll kind of help us play off of the different splatter I'm going to add. Why not? So I'm just adding these down because why not? But I would say 10 times out of 10 when I see bullets, I'm not using them for actual bullets. You can if you want to, like do what works for you, what makes sense for you. But my brain doesn't work with bullets. It works better with boxes, like check boxes. And I like doing them myself, like just drawing them in or using, if I'm going to use a dot specifically, I'm going to use a dot pen. I'm not going to add extra bulk to my planner. So then I'm always kind of thinking, although I'm adding more bulk, adding these guys in, but yeah, I like the added texture. So these never serve a function for me other than deco. Okay, so there's a lot going on, and yet I have plenty of room functionally. The only days I can't technically write on would be Monday the 2nd, the 21st, Saturday the 21st, and then, you know, this whole area is January. So I'm not too worried about that. And again, I do have other planning systems where, you know, I can get a little bit more functional if I need to. Let's talk about inks. Okay. Oh, and we could probably add another quote. Wintertime is beautiful. Snow is falling. Hot cocoa is calling, dashing through the snow. I don't want to do a snow themed one. Maybe wintertime is beautiful. I agree with that. The weather certainly gets better in Central Texas. Kind of want to put it in this area, which means I'm going to lift these guys up. And I like a good layering moment, so I'm just going to put it right there. Wintertime is beautiful. See how much room you have to play? If you have not tried an Archer and Olive B5 specifically and their planner at all, and you're looking for a creative planner that's in a book bound that could be good for memory keeping, I highly recommend this one. Highly, highly recommend. This is the Storybook B5. Okay, should we add some inks? So I did make a swatch book, and I have a video up on my channel showing this. But let's take a look at the different colors that we potentially could add. I love the chalk inks from Suineco. And I'm wanting to kind of steer clear of green. My heart is telling me if I go with like a jewel tone, it should be in the more of the blues than the greens. Unless I went with something like Ocean Depth. And if I go with a red, I want it to be deeper. I could go with like a purple. That could be really pretty. I also have distressed inks like the Fire Brick Red. Actually, that more warm tone isn't terrible. Fire Brick Red. So do I do 2 colors to add color back in? I love Perfect Plumeria. That's like a burgundy, like a purpley burgundy. And it would look kind of nice with maybe Ocean Depth. These 2 colors, or Perfect Plumeria. I could add a lighter color like Wheat, but that's still, I mean, Red Magic isn't bad either. Oh gosh, this is where at some point I'm going to need to do a Facebook Live Plan with me, so that, ooh, that would be like a fun event where y'all like make the decisions for me. Let's go back. Perfect Plumeria. I'm like leaning towards the Perfect Plumeria. We're going to do splatters. It's not going to be big like this. It's going to be the dot splatters. Could it work with, I don't think it could work with the Fired Brick. Let's start with a Perfect Plumeria, and if I feel like it needs more blues, like my heart is telling me we need more blues, which I know isn't Christmassy, but just, can we just go with the flow, you guys? Let's just like see how this works. So this is the ink stamp I'm going with, or the stamp set I'm going with. And if I can remember where I got it, I will leave that down in the description box. I think it was, I got it on Amazon, but from a small shop that's actually located in the Santa Cruz area, California, which if you didn't know that, that is my hometown. So here are my Versa Magics, and here is the Perfect Plumeria. So I'm going to grab my ink, my acrylic block, and we're just going to add some texture. This has been such a fun way to just make everything, I don't know, just more alive in my planner. I've really been enjoying these elements. And I'm going to do a couple of stamps on the block at the same time and just keep kind of rotating it based on where I want it to land. Okay, y'all ready to see how ink kind of transforms a sticker spread? Let's find out. And hopefully I picked the right color. So I'm just going to dab this. See, I feel like Perfect Plumeria pulls a little cranberry, which is not Christmassy, right? Okay, you guys ready? Oh. Yup. See what I'm doing? I'm just adding just little pops, little dabs of Perfect Plumeria. Let's go vertically on this side. Can you guys see how that just adds something? I did this in a Plan With Me a couple days ago, and it just like made sense for my style and just the vibe I was going for. Something about just a little bit of added texture takes a sticker spread to the next level. And because it's ink, you can write on it, you know? And these chalk inks from Sue and Echo, they're not bleeding through the Archer and Olive 160 GSM paper. I'm going to add a little bit of color down here. See how that just like does something? I don't think everybody should get into stamps. It can be an expensive hobby. But if you have stamps from, you know, your scrapbooking era 20 years ago, hidden in your closet, take them out and start stamping. Add some stamps to your sticker spreads. My gosh, it's so pretty. I love this color. It's adding like just a hint of something, you know, it's not over the top. It still pulls neutral in my opinion. Still neutral. Put this guy maybe here. It's really pretty and it fills in space really well. If you don't want to do too many stickers, you can just stamp across, kind of change things up. Your second dab will be a little bit lighter, which I don't know, even in this color could pass for like snow maybe. I don't know. I'm going to take the skinny guy off and let's do a little bit by our bear. How fun is that? That is so fun. Yes, please. We need to do the same thing with the bunny rabbit. Let's just add a little peekaboo right there. Oh, it's so pretty. I feel like we need more though. I'm going to add a little bit right here. And I almost feel like we need like some random dotting. Maybe right here. Maybe a little bit there. A little there. Oh, that is so pretty. I love that. This is such a good memory keeping spread for the month. This looks super naked. Part of me wants to at least add some highlight lines to add a little bit of structure. I'm not going to add, unless I have a really narrow highlighter. Let me think about that for a second. Or a really light highlighter color. Let me think about that. Do we want to add any other color in addition to the perfect plumeria? That was perfect. Well done, plumeria. We could add some blue. Something about the ocean depth is calling to me. Or even night sky, these two. I'm gonna go with ocean depth and hope I don't regret it. And I'm going to use the larger, some of the larger stamps on this one. I'll start with this guy. Dab it out. Try to get some of that ink off. Okay. Let's get into ocean depth. I'm just going to add a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to test it out in this corner. Kind of tucked away. Ooh, that is pretty. Something about these florals, although gray, they have like a blue undertone to them. And so it definitely seems like they could use a little bit of blue. So I'm just kind of adding a little bit, like barely any blue here. Maybe there, there, there. There, and kind of off the page there. Okay, I think we're going to call it on the ocean depth. Probably didn't need it, but I do like the way that that looks. I don't know, it just added something. Just added a little something, something. So the last thing I need to decide is how I want to deal with the take note section, which has no structure right now. I have two thoughts on it. It's fine as it is, leave it. But then I also think it looks naked. So from an aesthetics perspective, it needs some structure. And also my writing can get a little messy if I don't have structure. So I'm tempted to, I could do a couple things. I mean, I could even add some graph grid. I could take a stencil. This is the B5 stencil from Archer and Olive. I could just add some lines. Maybe what I would do is actually do it with 2 columns because I tend to write shorter. I don't need like full sentences with my notes. So I could, and maybe have this be the center point. Let's see. Do I do it with a highlighter or do I do it with a pen? I think I'm going to do it with a pen. And I'm going to add, add a line all the way across there. And then I guess I'm going all the way across. I was going to create 2 columns. But we're just going to do make sure this is pretty consistent spacing. Go all the way across till I hit a sticker. Josh, I forgot you were in here. You're so quiet. And the last line, this is just creating some structure. And I like, you know, how it's a little bit different from the other side, which has the boxes. Okay, so since this is take note, technically I could just have a reflection on the month here, and then maybe in the don't forget, this could be for next month, or it could be like memories from the month, or like big events that are happening this month that I want to do a call out for. I think we are going to call it a video, friends. What do you think? My December monthly in the Archer and Olive planner, the B5 size, is done. And I used stickers from, let me remind you, these lovely florals were from the winter sticker set from AmberPlansHerDay. These are, remember, this was an individual sticker sheet, and then this was the 4-piece set. And all of these stickers are releasing on Friday, November 29th. Amber did send these to me, so thank you, Amber, for sending these to me to play with. I love this spread. I think it's wintry and lovely. This would have been great, actually, for a January spread. There's nothing super Christmassy about this, but don't worry, friends. We are going to have an explosion of Christmas on my channel over the month of December, but this is kind of keeping it neutral, and I like that. I can also... I'll add it after filming, but I'll definitely be adding something about Christmas here as well. All right, friends, if you decide to pick anything up in the November release from AmberPlansHerDay, remember, Joyful 10 will save you 10% off of your purchase. And on the 29th, the release is at 9 a.m. Central Time. All right, friends, come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn, and if you want to hang out with me again, I sure hope that you do. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time, friend, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. If you have stamps at home, I really want to encourage you to break them out with me this season. Many of us are in the sticker world, and I think it's really fun to mix the medium. So consider pulling out those stamps during the holiday season. All right, friends, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.